Oh, Kari Ryumies! Ah, 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 ah. Look. I fixed the chat finally. You guys won't see me hovering my mouse over the messages when I try to read them so I don't get lost. Wow, technology! Anyway, so today today will be a Zatsudan where I tell you guys some stories of the dumbest injuries or reasons I've gotten sick. And I thought of this because yesterday I had to cancel stream because I stepped in a puddle on my way home and it was cold, and because of that I caught a cold, so I was sick yesterday. But it's okay, my immune system is strong. I'm 99% better now. Good morning! Dragalo. It was cute. No! I will read and struggle in peace now. But I've told you guys a lot of dumb stories. I think the main thing to take away from today, I might destroy my reputation a little bit. What is my reputation? I might destroy my reputation a little bit. But can I just say, some of it is because I'm clumsy. Some of it, that was unavoidable. It was unavoidable. I will say, it's just karma or something, right? Right? You've also been sick for 3 days? I hope you're okay now. Everyone's been getting sick. I think a lot of my friends are also sick recently as well. Yeah, that's my disclaimer. I think I ended up having like a longer list, but I did narrow it down to top 5. My top 5, and then you guys will rank it using your brains. Depending on which one you think is the dumbest. So I can send it. I'll try animating one of these. Just bad luck? No, I have great luck. What are you talking about? What's the story that I told you guys already? Oh yeah. I slipped on a banana peel. That didn't make the list. That was an honorable mention. The time I slipped on a banana peel. They're actually really slippery. But cartoons are real. And then the time I walked into a pole. And then I had like a line in the middle of my face. And my nose hurt. And that was because I was walking along a train platform while I was reading. It's so embarrassing because a train passed at the exact time as well. So many people saw it. She's a cartoon character. That's... do you know how many existential crises I've had? Because I go, wow, maybe I live in a simulation. What? This can't be true. No way, this happened. Did you try to enter Hogwarts? Don't you, like, dragon years, right? I feel like I didn't know about Harry Potter when I was illegible. No, that's when you can't read. So legible? What's the word where you have the requirements? Yeah. That word. Legible? Okay. But yeah, feel free if you have a funny story, feel free to talk about it too. You know, stuff on the ground when you're late 30s is bad, right? But I'm dragon. I don't know how ages work with dragons. We kind of just age up and then after a certain point, it's just like really slow growth, right? Oh, for humans, doesn't your brain keep only fully develop when you're like 25? I think your brain only fully develops when you're 25. And so that's like over a quarter of a human lifespan. Maybe for a dragon, my brain hasn't fully developed yet. Think about my dumbest injuries involved me playing tag. Did you just slip and fall? I've rolled down hills because I tripped on a hill playing tag. It happens when you have a weird sense of balance, okay? It's the tail. It's the tail. But my first story that I prepared. How do I should give it a shorter title so I can add it to the list. It's very similar to the puddle one, but even dumber. Let's call this story Jumper. So this happened while I was still in school. For those who don't know, Australian schools all have uniforms. First of all, why did you decide to tell us this? Because I thought it would be funny. I have a lot of stories. It's not like I'm gonna run out of stories, trouble. But this is the Zatsudan. Okay. Anyway, the jumper story. So in Australia, we have uniforms, right? And one time I forgot to do my laundry the day before school. So, I did it the night before and I hung it outside, hoping that it would dry in time. Granted, it was winter, but it's fine. It's a full 12 hours to dry. No problems there, right? No problems there. So the next morning I woke up and wow, it was so cold. Freezing. So I get dressed and had to go get my jumper from the laundry, hanging on the clothesline trying to dry outside. And I felt it, and it was a little cold. So I asked my mom, "Do you think this is fully dry?" And she felt it. Huh? Hold up, chat box? I need to turn off my other chat one. Oh no, the chat. Yeah, so she felt it. And she sat there, she was like, no, it's dry. It's just the cold morning dew on it that makes it feel a little damp. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I put on the jumper and then head off to school. And I'm on the train sitting there, feeling comfortable, question mark, until I slowly felt myself getting sick. My nose started like dribbling, and then I could feel myself getting colder, even though there was like a heater on in the train. And I was like, wait, what? How's this possible? What's happening? Why do I feel so unwell all of a sudden? And so like a giant ice. And so I just sat there, right? Sniffling and trying my best not to look sick, so the random people on the train won't judge me. And then I had remembered the jumper, and I was like, wait, no way, right? My mom wouldn't lie to me. So as a casual test, I took pulled down my sleeve and squeezed the jumper, and droplets of water came out. And that's when I realized, oh man, I real messed up, didn't I? And so I took the train right back home. And I was sick for an entire day. The lesson of that story is, do a squeeze test. And sometimes things that feel cold might just be wet. Ta-da! Life lessons with Lillian right here. How did you not notice it? Because I've done it several times before and there was never issues, right? Hanging up my laundry the night before and having it dry in time. Because it's quite normal. And it was quite hot. But it's just cold in the morning. So it could have just been the dew. Because dew in the morning makes everything kind of damp. Gotta wring it out. Yeah, maybe I just didn't do the laundry properly. I think it's okay. You just gotta fact check everything, you know? Yeah. Things you get sick real easily. That's what I say. Water is dangerous. Water is dangerous. Ironing hills are probably bad for the wool. Maybe I would have figured it out if I wasn't running late. In retrospect, yeah, I just wasn't thinking. At least it's just a day. I normally don't get sick for longer than a day. My immune system's quite strong. It's just, you know, on a normal basis. External crazy factors like this don't... It isn't prepared for that. Anyway, yeah. So that's my jumper story. Ta-da! I mean, have you guys never gotten sick from, like, getting caught in the rain? Isn't that a very normal one? I'll put it as number 1 since we could just... We'll change it later. I feel like getting caught out in the rain. Isn't that very common in anime? Yeah. People always get sick after they get caught in the rain. It's an anime thing. Hi, Maiden. But ironing... I don't think you should iron things when it's wet. Isn't that a whole problem with dryers? I've never used a dryer, but doesn't it shrink your clothing sometimes? It normal though, rainwater is dirty. It's just the cold, because it makes you feel cold. It might be, I guess, because when it rains it gets really cold. Unless you're having a humid rain. But even then, I think you still get sick when it's a humid, kind of warm, sticky rain. Right? Yeah. That's like raincoats. Raincoats are cool. I am a big fan of raincoats. I feel like raincoats are so much better than umbrellas. Like when it's humid rain, which is all common in, like, I guess the seas and near the equator. Tropical country, tropical style rain, where it's still really warm and it just rains. And then there's so much humidity that it kind of becomes hard to breathe. Yeah. That was just gross. It feels gross though. Okay. So that one, I would say, was a mixture of temporary lapse of common sense and also the weather, right? I couldn't control the weather. It's not my fault it was winter. Yeah. The second story on my list. This one, it's just because I'm dumb. Living in a tropical part of Australia is pretty much daily humid, sticky weather. Ew. That means, like, you need dehumidifiers, right, instead of humidity. I still don't totally understand how humidity works, because people recommend you get humidifiers if the air is too dry. So if there's too much humidity in the air, it's bad. But also if there's too little, it's bad. that's a lot of things to keep control of. The second story. Okay. We'll call this one Rake. Yes. Have you guys ever watched Looney Tunes? Now I was talking about how I slipped on a banana one time and stuff like that. In the old Western cartoons like Looney Tunes, there's this common gag or joke where the character steps on like a rake. Yeah. Rake being the giant fork that you use to clean up leaves in the garden, right? Yeah. So one day I was watching those shows and I saw it. And I think this was around the time I slipped on a banana and my pride was hurt. So I saw it and I was like, no way that's true, right? No way. So I went outside and we had like 3 different style rakes at that time. I owned 3 different types of rakes. So I lined them off on the ground, side by side, and did a little experiment and tried stepping on each one to see if it would hit me in the face, right? A controlled experiment. Very smart, you know? I had it all under control. It was very organized. 'Cause I'm smart. And my conclusion to that experiment is, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't step on a rake and it fly up and hit you in the face. Very proud of myself. And then I think something happened and I got distracted and I went in the house. I'd say a few weeks later, I had to do something in the garden. And I stepped outside. And the grass had grown a little bit. And I forgot I didn't clean up after my little experiment. And I stepped on the bottom of the rake. And wow! Who would have known that the pole slammed straight into my face? Not only did I have to suffer for my own bad decisions, I realized, I didn't factor in the brain trying to stop you from hurting yourself into the experiment. So I did my experiment wrong as well. Yeah, it only works if you do it unknowingly. I guess it's the same with the whole thing where you can't bite. What's it? You can't. Like, I remember reading something about it. You can't bite yourself to bleed or something? Experiment successful. Yeah, it was just a retest. Controlled experiment. The variable was me. 2 out of 5 relatable. Not that tough. I'm surprised that you stepped on a rake before, Trouble. Yeah. I've always thought it was a cartoon thing. The old metal ones are flat, not curved. I think that's the most common one, right? There's a really long one where the rake bottom is like a triangle, and then there's one where it's just like a rectangle. Yeah, you can't bite your finger off like a carrot because your brain is like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Echo. Hi, Mai! It happens when I want to try to grab the handle like a cool dude. It kinda... What? It only goes up one direction. I think it's pretty easy to grab. I relate. It's like when I tried to do like skateboard tricks, and I didn't catch the board after I flipped it, and then it hit my like ankle. That hurts. It hurts. Right through my face. It's a lot faster than you think. Like, you can't comprehend anything. It's like no reaction speed is gonna save you there. Cause of the pivot or whatever. All science. All science. Okay, let me check. So put this at the bottle jumper. Oh, but I think a more common version of this that I've seen a lot is one time I was with my friend and we were at an arcade, right? And have you guys ever seen like the punching games? The test where you have to punch like a little bag thingy and it tells you how strong you are. So my friend and I decided to compete with those. So I went first and went kaboom! I don't remember how I did. Yeah, so don't ask me how I did. I'm strong, yeah, I did good in the punch strength game. Boxing bag machine. And so my friend's turn was up. And I would say she's a lot smaller than me. Oh, this is the same friend who when I went to Japan with, I thought was going to get blown by the wind onto the road. Cause she was holding the umbrella. So she's smaller than me. It's possible. Right? And so I was confident. I was like, try your best. What can you do? What can you do? I was bullying her a little bit, and I think I got her a little too riled up because she put like so much force into her punch, but didn't think about the aftermath, and it swung right back into her face. I felt so bad. I'm like, well, technically, gravity is your enemy here. But I'd say it's a little bit my fault as well. Those are dangerous. I think the main thing is I thought all punching bags were more soft because those ones are more springy, right? Because, yeah, they move a lot more. So I thought all punching bags were kind of like that. So one time I went to like a friend's house and they had like one of those big punching bags in their home, and I was like, oh, I know how to do this, and I punched it, expecting it to swing around because in all the boxing shows the bag slings around, but that's just because they're strong. I punched it and it just hurt because it's full of sand. Yeah, the arcades lied to me. Punching those actually really hurt. I mean, that makes sense. I guess that's why people wear the the boxing gloves. The more you know. The more you know. Very heavy. I think it's because for someone who's very shy, I am confident about the most random things. But I did do like I did take some classes on like martial arts. So whenever I see those, I'm like, oh yeah, I know the proper technique to punch. I got this. Should I not throw hands in Lillian? Unless you can punch a sand punching bag and have it move a lot. Well, that automatically means you're stronger than me. But it's fine. I don't need to be super strong. I have technique. Technique is more important anyway. Yeah. Yeah. a learning curve. You know, life is all about learning through your experiences. Yeah. It's martial arts. I did karate. Yeah. All you need is a Lillian way to push you back. That means that you have to do wait. You'll never find that out. For my own safety. Train to make it go flying. Who are you, One Punch Man? Just put a hand on her forehead, she would be able to reach you. Hey! I can jump! I have a tail! So I can do the... What's it? Like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh? Technique! That's what I'm saying! Can't be cocky now. Look at that overconfidence. That is your hubris, which is Greek for your fatal flaw. Or basically just you need more training arc time. Tiger is a tiger. But yeah. Still a lot of lifting for work. I wonder how hard I could punch. I tend to be a pacifist though. I think lifting power is a bit different. You use different muscles for it. Because I can carry a lot of weight, but I feel like, oh, that's one thing. I can't... My throwing is kind of average as well. It's more like being able to like use the muscles that push strength outwards. Because lifting, normally you have to lift with your legs anyway, right? Yeah, I don't know. You have to talk to someone who studies personal training or something for the actual muscle information. Injuries are clumsy is not a topic. There's a direct correlation. I'm a VTuber after all. Right. I think one of the biggest mysteries is luck. Good luck, bad luck. It's related somewhere. They're all muscles. Yeah. Oh, I think I saw this random TikTok of this guy. And he basically just trains to do all the fancy like shonen tricks, flips, and like, you know, crazy strength stuff. And I think I saw a video of him replying to a comment that was asking, why don't you look buff? If you can do all these cool things. And he's like, oh, something training is different. Yeah. That to build muscle, it's about breaking the muscle and rebuilding it. But if you just want to get strong, you just have to do lots of like light training, but repetitive and a lot. Something like that. Who knows? That I just wanted to see the guy do a flip. Cause right, I can't do handstands. I can't even squat properly. Once again, lead center of balance. Luck is a skill too. You guys know how I always say that I'm like super lucky, right? This story is basically the turning point of my luck. Maybe it's just a placebo. Who knows? Practical muscle versus aesthetic muscle. Yeah, that's the term. Muscle cooldown. It's like a fighting game. Gotta wait till the cooldowns. What do you do to get cooldown reduction? You ever see a huge muscle guy a dude try to reach something that's on his back? No, but I saw someone who's double jointed do the thing where like they loop their hand and then just like use their arms as a skipping rope. Oh yeah. Ice Bob. Oh! Ah! Okay. That's new information to me. I don't know what I would ever use that information for, but thank you for that knowledge. I feel like isn't ice... Both ice and heat helps with muscle fatigue, right? Which is confusing because they're complete opposites. The more you know, the more you know. They have so much muscle that they literally can't reach till their back. Well, how did they have an itch? Oh! They have a back scratches! I see them in like the dollar stores every once in a while. The back scratches! It's just to cool down and not for rejuvenating. Ah. Yeah, anyway, going back to my luck. So, I think there's one moment where I remember just being unlucky. And that leads to the next story called Shrine. So, have you guys know about like Japanese like Shinto shrines, right? You see it in the animes, like the Mikos and all the different stuff you do. Yeah, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Anyway, I was in Japan, and I went to one of those shrines, and you have to do the touristy stuff, right? Where you get your fortune told through the box of sticks, the raffle. It's basically like a hexagonal box container with a bunch of little sticks in it, and you shake it until one of them falls out, and then you take it to the Mikos, and then they give you like a fortune slip for it. Yeah, the fortune sticks. So I did it, and I was like excited about it. Cause I was confident. Cause normally I'm super lucky. But then I opened it, and it was like the worst luck. I don't remember the exact terms for it, but it was really bad. And I was so sad. I was like, what? No way. But I'm so lucky. That can't be right. No way, right? But I got worried. So, if you have bad luck, you tie the slip of paper on this, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a fence-looking thing with, like, rope. And that will basically reverse it. So I did it, you know. Tied it on. Please! I want good luck this year! This was during my auditions as well. I did my Blue Job auditions while I was on holiday in Japan. So I was like, please, not like this. With that gone, I was like, okay, time to explore the rest of the shrine. Yeah, 2 claps and a bow. Bow, and a bow. Should have demanded a redraw. I think that's cheating if you redraw it. They're the same source as well. That's gonna be stressful. I don't think I'm that like superstitious, or like I try not to think about like good luck and stuff too much. Cause if you overthink it, then there's external factors. Mental diff, right? Anyway, so I was over it. Just moving on with my life. It doesn't mean anything. It's fine. I tied it on the rope, so things will get better. And this was at the Inari Shrine. For a fox shrine, there's actually a lot of cats, and it's really pretty though. So this shrine was on top of a mountain, and you had to like climb a lot of stairs. I'm pretty sure there was an elevator somewhere. I saw the bottom of an elevator, but I have no idea where it leads to. But we took the stairs. So I was looking up, I think it was like a 2-hour hike towards the top. And along the way, there's a little like snack stalls and little like souvenir stalls. Yeah, to the staff, understandable. Some of the staff looked really old, so I was like, wow, are you guys really fit? If only there was a cheat code for life sometimes. Sometimes. Anyway, so it was like a 2-hour hike. We were at the top, at the main shrine, and I was looking at the view, and I was like, wow, it's so pretty. It's so nice. And I think it was near the top. There was like a little tourist stall, which sold a different type of fortune you could buy, which was in a little like fox clay charm. And there's like a slip of paper inside the charm, right, that you take out, and that will have your fortune. So you just pick one on the table. I guess it looks like, you know, the carnival toy where you pick the little duck and it has a number at the bottom. I forget the official like name for these little charms, but I bought one of those because no matter what I say, I was a little bit bothered by my bad luck drawer. A little bit bothered by it, okay? Just a little bit worried. So I was like, okay, this will be better, right? It couldn't get worse. I have nothing to lose. I just need a morale boost. Yeah, I needed a morale boost. Just a tiny bit. Not at all. So he bought it from this nice Spartan. Yeah. And my friends are laughing at me. So there, standing up outside the store is on these like little steps. I opened it up and took the little slip out, and I was unfolding it, and it was kind of dark underneath the stand because there was a shadow from the trees there. So I took like 2 steps forward, and suddenly I hear a huge crash, and my friends start freaking out. And so I look back and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And it turns out a giant tree branch just fell exactly where I was standing before. And my friends were freaking out like, oh, Lillian, you almost died. And I'm there like looking at this little piece of paper. I'm like, huh? Wait, what? What do you mean? And they were like, oh man, good thing you tied that little fortune up. That tree just came out of nowhere. And I was just like, no way. No way. I can't believe I survived that. And so now I was like really nervous about this little fortune slip I had in my hand. And so I unfolded the little slip of paper and I read it, and it was said little luck, which is an improvement from bad luck, right? And it was little luck, and I was so happy. It was so good. I'm like, yes, sure it's not great, but it's an improvement, right? And then, because I was standing on a step, I slipped and then I fell. But it's better than getting crushed by a tree branch. Yep, and that's how I injured myself at a shrine in Japan. Intro of death. I hate this a 1 out of 5. This is not dumb, this is scary. It was just a weird experience all around. Don't mess around at shrines, evidently. It's alright. Since then, my luck has been very little. I shouldn't draw any fortunes anymore. I think it's better off to live in... What's it? Oblivity? Yeah. Yeah. It's either bad luck or worse luck. Exactly. It might just be a self-fulfilling prophecy as well, but yeah. The point of throwing hands down Lillian, I could just make her go down some stairs. You don't understand. I'm so scared of going downstairs. I walk downstairs so slowly, like a one step at a time, holding onto the rails because one, I'm scared of heights. Two, I've fallen down a lot of stairs in my life. It's better not to know. Kind of like that video. Yeah. Granny step. I feel like most people take stairs. You don't think about walking upstairs, right? So, yeah. On default, I go up and down stairs very slowly because that's just how I do it so I don't fall down. Because I'm a little clumsy. Normally it's okay when you go downstairs. People understand when you're going really slowly. But it's like one stair at a time where you go down that stair and you put the other foot on the same stair instead of like alternating, which is how normal people do it. You wear heels? It's not even heels. I slipped in normal shoes as well. You ever do a fantasy stuff where you think there's another stuff your legs just give out? Yes! That's so scary. Or the feeling where the step is just a little... I think it's a big thing in like architecture or like design for stairs. But even the smallest differences in steps sizes is very dangerous. Or the weird times where they do like a half step at the bottom just because they couldn't fit a full step there. Boys suck. Boys are so stupid. I think that was like the hardest part of like a lot of like tourist areas. Or like outside old buildings. In old buildings, the steps are never well maintained, or sometimes they're not added afterwards, so they're really weird. Life hard sometimes, true. But everyone's fallen down like stairs at least once in their life, right? As kids, I feel like people fall downstairs a lot. Yeah, kids fall downstairs a lot, right? That's just a fact of life. It's a growing experience. Oh, I had a germaphobe friend though, who used to yell at me for holding onto the rails when I go downstairs. And I was so conflicted because I'm like, no, I have to. Otherwise, I'll die. You can't do this to me. What's a little COVID? You only go upstairs? Oh! You know when there's the option of going up a ramp or going upstairs? Do you guys take the ramp or the stairs? Cause I feel like ramps are more of a slip hazard. Sounds like me, I'm afraid of touching rails. But they're there for safety. Ramp every time? Stairs feel quicker though. I think my main problem is maybe my shoes just don't have enough like friction. Because I get like fancy shoes where like the designs at the bottom is more like for aesthetic rather than practicality. So maybe my shoes are just a bit more slippery than average. Rails are dirty, but then just wash your hands. The second you let go of a rail, the stairs turn into butter. It's true, right? I have good balance. Can't relate. Can't relate. Get anti-slip shoes. I wear them for work. I don't think I slip that often. It's just sense of balance type stuff. Yeah, I just have bad balance. Joy! It just sounds like I get injured a lot, or I slip a lot, because I'm telling you guys these stories. But this is over a long period of time, okay? This all didn't happen within like a year or something. No, Chavo! Don't tell me that! Don't tell me that! Don't! That's gross. Careful shrine at the bottom because you said it's scary, right? Shrine. Real no! What do you mean? Everyone has basic hygiene, of course. Of course. The smaller you are, the more prone to accidents you are. Don't tall people... But when tall people fall, they have further to fall. Wouldn't that hurt more? Don't tall people bump their heads and stuff all the time? If you're going to freak out about every bad possibility, you are not going to get anything done. That's true! That's true! Like a tree chopped down? Exactly! Have you ever seen a stick bug fall like that? Where they're just walking and then they see something that spooks them and they just go into stick mode and then they just flop. Fall to the ground. Who cares how tall people feel? Tall people don't deserve rights. Can I say this? Nah, I'm saying it. Does have more muscle to counteract the fall? I feel like most people don't fall like kids, right? I feel like that's the main thing. The reason why kids fall so much is because they're growing and their balance is constantly changing, right? Is that why I'm so clumsy? Maybe I'm still growing. Yeah. Like the fainting goats? Fainting goats? What? Everyone taller than me is tall. I consider tall if I have the tippy toe to like make eye contact when we speak. So what would that be? Like over 6? Right? Over 6? Can people be over 6? You have control over how you fall. Yeah, but the main thing is you learn instead of... If you ever seen kids fall, they just face plant and then regret their decisions. The proper way to fall is you use your hands, right? That's why you get scrapes on your hands. Over 6 feet tall, yes. What's the average height of basketball players? Whilst your full ID said you're a full-grown adult, yeah. But people can continue growing. It depends. People stop growing at different ages, right? Maybe I just aren't believing enough. Growth plates or whatever? Adults fall with grace sometimes. Yeah. Chill! Shh, idiot. That's one of the stories. Shh. Hi, Lynn! Average height is tall? Average is, I would say 5'8" for tall. That's like tall average, right? Okay, so everyone agrees that 6 is tall. I don't know how this works. I have no reference for heights and measurements. 6666! That's a big number. One time I stumbled over a railway and face planted onto the ground. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. Hurt my knee a lot more than face and chest. But your face. You tend to want to fall on your side and protect your vitals. Nope. My ideal fall, right? This is what I aim for every single time I fall. Is I want it to look like, oh, I just decided to do a push-up. Nothing super suspicious here. Yes, just a random inspiration to do a push-up. That's it. Yep. Just getting my daily push-ups in. Yummy was over 7? Oh, wait, I think I saw there was a post that his daughter is really tall as well, right? Your hands are fragile bones, you can break them by falling on them. It depends on how far you're falling. I don't really fall far. Oh, have you guys ever slipped? This is what happened when I slipped on the banana peel, right? Where it gives you false hope because you think you regain your balance and you're just wobbling for what feels like an entire 3 minutes before you actually end up falling. That's the worst. Cause that's just super embarrassing. Your leg could easily cross your hand? No way! Average is 6.5. But they're outliers. Wow, that's so tall. Wow. I slipped in the mud one time and felt like a cartoon character. Yes! That's what I like to hear. Other cartoon experiences. I guess it has to be based in some truth, right? The funniest things are based in a little bit of truth. Same when I struggle for eternity only to fall anyway. Exactly. Oh man. I sit on the ice, there's nothing to get from the ice. Do people get really bad bruises from falling on ice? Like when you go ice skating and stuff. It's super bad as well, right? Because then you can also slip when you're trying to get up because there's no friction. Yikes. Guess that's a good thing that I've never had to walk on ice. I slipped when I mopped before. I'm not allowed to mop because I slip a lot when I mop and it's really bad. There's a skill to it, but I'm also forgetful. It's not even that I'm clumsy, it's more I'm forgetful. Because when you mop, you're supposed to start from one end and to the other so you don't step on where you've mopped. But sometimes I'll forget I left my phone on the other side of the room or something. Or the stuff I need for the next task. And so I have to cross the entire room. It might be safer just to do floor as lava. I hit my head after slipping on ice and it shows no! No! Walking on ice on the school field. But I have a really strong pain tolerance after that. I think that's the main thing I've gained from all these clumsy actions. You stop caring after a while. When I was much younger, on the way to school, I had to pass walk through either around a field or through a basketball court to get to school. And I'm always like late, and I'm just kind of lazy, so I always chose to walk through the basketball court. The thing with basketball courts is everyone's just running around, and like basketballs are really hard. So at the beginning I would try and dodge, and like, you know, when people like call heads, which means like there's a ball incoming. But then I think after like a month I just gave up and started crossing like you do in like Southeast Asian countries where they have questionable traffic laws, where you just believe in everyone else that they'll avoid you and just cross. That's me the basketballist. I still got hit every once in a while, but you know, just a little light head injury and that's fine. Y'all see wearing really slippy shoes? No! I mean, wet tiles is pretty much like ice at that point. Even non-slip boots, you can still slip if you're not paying attention. In my defense, it rarely gets cold enough to get ice on the ground here. Nice! I think that's one of the things I'm interested in, right? Because if you get ice, you have to like snow shovel your driveway. It seems cute. I think that's one of the things like I always wondered about America. All the kids who like start like businesses and try and get some money by like shoveling snow or selling lemonade or mowing lawns, because it's not a really big thing here. I think it's cute. I think it's super cute. Shoveling can suck if the snow is wet. Isn't it just like shoveling a Slurpee? Lemonade, is that a real thing? Yeah. I thought lemonade was fizzy until I realized it was just lemon juice with lots of sugar and water. Yeah, lemonade is a classic of fun to support. Yeah. If I ever go to America, I wanna... my two things I wanna do is buy Girl Scout cookies. Wait, when did they sell Girl Scout cookies? That's a specific time of the year, right? And I wanna support a lemonade stand. Oh, it's heavier when it's... What? Why would it be heavier if it's wet? You hurt your back easier? You hurt your back from doing repetitive things anyway, right? I thought... Can't you just slide it like a bulldozer and just push it out of the way? It does exist, Trouble! I love Girl Scout cookies. I think I might be hyping it up too much in my brain, but they look good. Small cookies, they're selling cookies now. They sell like twice a year, right? I think is what I could tell from my intense research about American culture. The carolers? I think it's a real thing, Trouble. You can buy Girl Scout cookies year round if you know where to get them. Wow. Dad has the connections, I see. You know some people in the Girl Scouts? These cookies are delicious. There was like the whole trend on YouTube back in the day where people would like rank them. I would like watching those. Thin Mints are the best. I love the Australian Thin Mints, so I assume I would like the Girl Scout ones as well. Maybe you could bake your own, but I have no frame of reference, right? So even if I made them, I wouldn't know if it's actually the right thing. Because I've tried making stuff before, because it was too far or hard to get. And then if you don't like it, it's like you just sit there kind of sad, like, do I actually not like it, or did I just mess up the recipe? That was me with risotto, because I really like Italian food, and risotto is always really expensive, so I never wanted to try it at the restaurants. So I did a recipe with it, and I tried making it, which takes forever. For those who don't know, risotto, it's basically you cook the rice in like broth over, like, in a pan, right? So it takes forever for the rice to cook because you cook it really slowly, and you have to mix it for like hours. So I tried making risotto, and after I was done, it just tasted like soggy fried rice to me, and that was really sad. And so I asked my Italian friend, I'm like, is risotto supposed to just taste like soggy fried rice? And she's like, no, it doesn't. And so she's like, okay, come to my house next time, and my mom will cook you proper risotto. And I'm like, oh, okay, alright, I'll see you then. And so I did, and I was so excited to try it, and it was better than what I made, but it wasn't life-changing or as good as I thought it was. And now I have the added like awkwardness of, you know, when like someone's mom tries to feed you, you have to pretend like it's the best, because you don't want to make them sad. So I was like, this is great, I love it. Yeah, I just don't like risotto. The flavor is a lot different, but the texture feels like soggy fried rice. Rice pudding is good. I do like rice pudding. I wouldn't say it's rice porridge level. You're too nice. I don't want to. Their mom cooked it for hours for me because I said that I wanted to try it. I can't. What? This is just common courtesy. Peanut butter ones. What other cooks got cookies though? There's the... What's the one that they talked about? What? The one that just has a random name. Calypsos? No. What is that? I don't know why that went in my head. The Lillian's all cooking stream? I have... I don't think the bot exists though. I made a brick. I was trying to make marshmallow, Rice Krispie, and make it look like raw meat. And it did look like raw meat. I'm pretty sure there's a clip somewhere on my Twitter, back further. But it looked legit, but it was too hard that it was borderline inedible. Risotto does not live up to the hype. It is good though. Yeah, I feel like at a certain point, maybe I'm too like, I calculate things too much. For the amount of time they use on it, I feel like it's not worth the time investment, right? I didn't know what did it happen to English? I didn't know egg yolk could be runny until my friend's mom made me breakfast when I slept over. That's so... Did you always have well done eggs? That's kind of life-changing. So rice Krispie with red dye. Yeah. But there was prop dressing. I had like a tin foil and like plastic wrap, and we made a little sticker for it and everything. It's all about the illusion. What's another food that was disappointing? Can't think of anything. Yeah. That's why I don't believe in hype stuff. Oh! Because Australia is so far from America, I see a lot of American trends. This one isn't an injury story. This is just me being stupid story. So, I was on social media. This was back when I was still in school. I was on social media, right? And it was when cookie dough, like raw cookie dough, was trending. And people were like just buying it to eat it. And I was so curious because here we don't... Only within the past few years did they start selling like... You know in America how you can buy just like cookie dough in like slabs? Or like bread dough in slabs? They only started selling that more recently in Australia. But yeah, it was this huge trend of cookie dough, and there was like particular like stores that would sell just raw cookie dough and then make it properly, right? You remember that? So I saw that there was a store that was having a grand opening, or was opening in Australia, and I was so excited. I was like, I can finally try it. So I asked my friend who was also really curious, and we decided to go after school, right? So all day we were like, yeah, cookie dough, cookie dough, cookie dough, cookie dough. And so I did all the research on how to get to the store, and we went. But it was kind of late because I finished school quite late. So I think it was like an hour and a half from sunset at that point. We procured the cookie dough, and we were walking back to the train station and trying it out. And the first thing I thought was, this is what everyone was hyped over? Yeah, we traveled all this way for a safe to eat cookie dough, which just means that they use different like egg alternatives instead of just raw egg. Because raw egg is bad, you can get salmonella from that. Anyway, we're walking back kind of like, this is kind of disappointing. I mean, I guess we gotta hang out after school, so that's pretty cool. And we were just like walking, just chilling, you know, until I started like looking around a lot more, because we were so like focused getting there, we didn't realize where we were. So I was just like looking around. I was like, oh, there's an adult store here. And then I kept looking, and then there was like another one, and I commented to my friend, there's a lot of adult stores around here. And she was like, yeah, this is super weird. And I was like, what? Where are we? And I looked at the train station name. And I didn't realize, but we were in the red light district. And so I started panicking, and I'm like, we gotta get out of here before the sun sets. Run! Yeah. So all around, disappointing, kind of traumatizing. Well, the more you know. Always check locations. That's just a stupid place to set up a cookie dough restaurant. That's not my fault. I was just trying to be trendy. See, right? It doesn't make sense to you guys either, right, Ryumies? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I was like panicking. I'm like, what if I get my friend into trouble? We just wanted cookie dough. This is the second red light district story I've heard today. Oh, what a coincidence. Ew, I was so scared. It was so scary. But yeah, cookie dough also overhyped and not great. Yeah. It's one of those lessons you have to learn, right? Now I always am very careful when I decide to go to new places. It's just like unofficial. I don't think. Yeah. It's just like small areas, right? I don't know if they ever officially have it. It's not like. Yeah. Legal ones aren't common anymore. It used to be in like historical things, but that's more like containment. The vegetable flavor cookie dough. I think I got the M&M one. I think the only popular American food that I got really into was I really like Takis, like the chip, the crisp. Sorry, American crisp, and I really like bagels. I like bagels with cream cheese. Kind of makes me grateful for driving a car. I mean, it was totally my fault. Like, I should have known by the train station name, but I just wasn't thinking. Yeah. I kind of focus on stuff and then forget everything else a lot. Bagels and cream cheese is so good. I used to have a blueberry bagel with cream cheese for like breakfast. A lot. Often, that was like my go-to. Vegemite toast is good as well, but it's like one of those common cafe foods where I feel like it's a waste of money. Cause they still charge you like $5 for that, and I'm like, I can make that at home. Blueberry bagels are so good. Blueberries. Blueberry flavor is just goated. My favorite flavors is like blueberry, orange and poppy seed. Also very goated. And an unpopular opinion, but my favorite donut flavor is pineapple donuts. I actually don't eat pineapple like the fruit itself. Except on pizza and pineapple donuts. That's the only consumption of pineapple flavored stuff I eat. Vegemite sounds like a Dragon Ball character. It's not. What's his name? Vegeta? Yeah. No, not him. Vegemite, I would say, is just salty. Don't judge our food, but you'll still sell Vegemite. Vegemite, it's just a salty type of thing. What do you mean? It's good. Pineapple donuts? Noted. Yeah! I don't think it's very common, but the ones that they have is good. Vegemite is great on buttered toast. It's so good. I'd like to try a pineapple donut. If you ever get the opportunity, I recommend it. I think I just like acidic kind of flavors with like more like bready and like heavy, dense things. You know, because you eat like kimchi with fried chicken, and there's always like those common pairings. Burgers should have pickles, so I just like that type of combination of flavors. Because I grew up eating those sorts of things. Oh, I also like hot and cold things together. You know, like ice cream with like hot apple pies. So that's also a great combination. I love just eating Vegemite with a spoon. I don't know anyone who does that. That can't be good for you. I'm pretty sure the recommended intake of Vegemite is tiny. Yeah, even as someone who's eaten it a lot, I don't actually buy the jars. I buy like the tiny like packets, like the ones that they give you in like cafes or like in hotels with like the butter portion, single serves. Yeah, I buy those because that still lasts me like 2 days. I'm more aversion to sour things and salty. Drink a lot of water. Eat mayonnaise alone. There's 2 condiments. Ah! Tim! Hi! Never had Vegemite. If you like salty flavors, it'll be good. To test. How was your stream? What were you up to? Welcome everyone. Currently telling stupid stories. The past experiences. We're doing a side note on food because I was telling the story of how I went to get cookie dough and ended up in the red light district. That sounds bad. There's more context to that. Tennessee was boys' night out. Let's go, the boys. Spreading soy sauce on your bread. Well, soy sauce on bread is great, especially when you eat it with like an egg. Watermelon, nice. Salty flavors. Oh, do you guys like the combination of sweet and salty? Now salted caramel is really popular. Cause I am not a fan. It throws me off a lot. Yeah? Really? Like salted Granny Smith apples? Granny Smith apples is more sour, right? Salty and sour is a good combination. I think with fruit, I like to eat salt on my fruit rather than sugar. I know people put sugar on their fruit. Another thing I never understood was candy apples. I think I watched an American show and they were eating candy apples, right? And it looked so cool. And I saw them at the grocery store and I bought it and it was way too hard. Only recently I think I saw a video of someone making them and I don't think it was supposed to be hard. Maybe the candy apple I got was just bad. But I literally had to like smash it to get the caramel to like crack and then I had to cut the apple. It was a mess. I think salty caramel is alright. I don't seek it out. Understandable. Chocolate with sea salt is great. Have you guys ever tried sea salt ice cream? That's actually really fun, especially when they mix it with other flavors. I talked about it before. Sea salt ice cream and cola ice cream. That one store that sold it before they went bankrupt. I miss you. Come back. I want to try it again. It was so good. Like a soul food has salt like the sweet to complement. Pineapple pizza like Oishi? Yeah, pineapple pizza. No, you can't just say pineapple because pineapple by itself or pizza has to have the ham because it's salty and sweet. Yeah. Caramel and apples get together. What's it because of Kingdom Hearts? Good night, Mutant! Mint ice cream is good. I love mint ice cream too. Yeah, well, we got sidetracked with food so much. Night-night! Thanks, Abu! You know what you said? But wouldn't it get soggy? Isn't it just cheese? If it's just cheese. And then cheese pizzas that you add pineapple on? I feel like if you put too much cheese, it gets soggy. Hold up. Sounds background noise. Okay. I should tell the next story. Number, was this the fourth story? The fourth story on my list. Bro, yeah. The fourth story on this list. How do I wanna... This one has a lot of, like, context needed. So, I did well in school, but I wasn't the best student, right? So one way that I discovered that I could skip classes properly without getting in trouble was my school encouraged you to do a lot of take initiatives, right? And make your own decisions of what you want to do. So I started a lot of like clubs and like groups for like different charities and initiatives. And we would just coincidentally have activities that would need to run during class time. So I just didn't need to go to class. Hi Jack! Hi hon! I'm doing good, hope you be well too. Yeah. So, you're speaking to the ex-president of the environmental club. But basically I started this club which made all the classes use like a recycling bin, but it would need to be emptied every few weeks, right? So whenever we had a particularly boring class, I would just say that, oh, I need to go do the recycling for the environment. I do care about the environment, but, you know, killing two birds with one stone. So on this particular day, it was a really boring class. I think it was math. So I was like, oh, looks like recycling needs to be done. So it was just a chill thing where I would listen to music and go sneak into each classroom and grab the recycling bin and empty it into one of those huge like skip bins in the parking lot of the school. Just empty the bins and put them back. Easy enough, right? Easy enough. But I was feeling a little lazy that day, and so there was like a lot of like boxes, and you know how you're supposed to like close the boxes and like take them apart? I just kind of tucked them in and I was like, I'll deal with it later once everything's done. So after like I think an hour, I finished collecting everything and the bin was a little full because there was like, you know, a little bit too much space being taken by those fully formed boxes. So I just crawled right into the bin. Because it's a recycling bin, so it's just paper and it's not gross. I crawled into the bin, I was just sitting on like a pile of paper. I was just like ripping off the tape and basically ungluing these boxes. But then like I stumbled on like I lost my footing and like I fell. And the lid of the bin I didn't realize was not hooked properly, so the shake made it close. So there I was in a huge skip bin, trapped because the lid's really heavy. Surrounded by paper. With a little bit of a paper cut. I don't think I hurt myself too bad when I like tripped, but I did get a little paper cut. So I was just like, well, this is my life now. I guess I could just like play on my phone until someone discovers it, right? But I think it was like a good 10 minutes where like I was contemplating my decisions until I messaged my friend to come save me. But it was so embarrassing. How do you even explain that? Hello, I am trapped in a bin. Please come save me. I cannot get out. The main problem was I couldn't, cause to lift it up you have to like pull it all the way up, and I could make it like a little gap between the lid, but I wasn't tall enough to push it all the way up. And I tried, in those 10 minutes when I was contemplating my life, I tried to put the paper and stack it to make like a pile to stand on top of, but it didn't work either. Moral of the story: you should walk around with a stepladder. I didn't know dragons are recyclable. We're not! I only recycle paper goods. Yeah. 4.5? Put it on 4. Be taller? No, I feel like normally when other people open the bin, you have to stand through the side and walk it up, if that makes sense. Well, yeah, could be worse. Okay. Tuck that in for you then. Hold up. Recycle. There we go. But yeah, don't worry. Never scared me. Luckily I had my phone. I feel like I would have been like a lot more scared if I didn't have my phone. Because, you know, I'm a little scared of the dark and things. I just think, what would I think if I'm passing by and find someone stuck in a recycling bin? Or do you think it was just like a giant rat or something? If you see like a bin, like, moving around a lot, isn't that what people normally think? Recycle. There we go. It's just the font and the angle of my screen, you know? Angle. Oh, the glare! There's so much sun in my eyes. Oh no. Hello, Zeno. Oh, sometimes you'll just worry that it's like a homeless person. Like, what's it? The other day I was walking with my friend. We were walking her dog, right? And we had to cross a bridge. And the main thing was, it was like really late. And we were so scared that we were gonna get jumped on this bridge. Because we were normally around a highway, right? Which is safe, because there's lots of people on the highway. But the bridge, on the other hand, is a little scary. Why is it on YouTube headpad emote? Isn't that more of a Twitch thing? If a trash man is moving, I also assume raccoons. Raccoons are cute, boy! Raccoons are cute! I love raccoons. I don't like opossums. You know, irrational fears, one of them is opossums. I've had I have a discussion with Mion on this because she loves opossums and I find them terrifying. Bridges are always scary. Yeah. They're cute, but they're crazy. Raccoons are cute, but I'm kind of glad we don't have them here. I saw one picture of opossums with their babies hanging on them, and ever since then, I can't. Raccoons are cool. I think I like raccoons a lot because of that guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. There's also a lot of people who keep raccoons as pets, right? You could say any animal is crazy, right? If provoked, all animals will do scary things. Possums are cuter. Australian possums are adorable, and they're like native, so you can't really like hurt them. So everyone just live in people's like garages and sheds, and you just feed them fruit. It's a dog, but worse. It eats garbage, it ruins the yard, and can climb stuff. It messes with your bins. I see. Raccoons make your garbage. Oh, we have something like that in Australia. We call them bin chickens. They're these stinky birds that go through your trash. I used to feel bad for them. Like one time I saw one that looked really sad, and it looked like it was bleeding under its wing, and I nearly felt pity for it. I was gonna try and catch it and take it to the vet. But my friend was with me, and she said, Lillian, are you dumb? That's just a normal ibis marking. They just have red markings under their wings? Why? For what need? Why did they develop that? What purpose does that marking have? Yeah, mint chickens. I think the official term is ibis. Raccoons are very adventurous and quite smart. Must be a pain to have them around. Just get better bins. It's okay. I'm on the raccoon side. If you're too close to raccoons, it'll bite you. The main thing is like with bats as well, right? They have rabies. I've watched the movies. Oh, the red will help with mating. The raccoons are birds. They're so stinky. The raccoons stinky. Oh, it's like how people say that cockroaches are the cleanest insects. But I refuse to believe that. Ibis, wasn't it like a regal bird in ancient Egypt? Was it? Ibis in Egyptian... Maybe the Egyptian ibis is different. The Egyptian ibis. Okay, yeah. It's the same-ish bird. Yeah, it's the same bird. I think just in cities they don't do very well. Cockroaches are clean. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what the scientists say. I normally believe science, but I don't know about this one. Maybe you guys did an error in your test, like me and my rakes, you know? Everyone makes mistakes. Funny to hear them acting like rats and pigeons. It happens a lot. Oh, but pigeons are so sad because most pigeons are domesticated, right, in cities. So it's not like they want to eat trash or be nuisances. They just don't know better. Only the roaches in cities are dirty. You know what I'm scared of though? Rats. Like, I don't think I've seen a rat on the streets. But I hear it's a very common thing in other countries. And the rats are bigger. I don't know how I would react if I saw like a giant rat. Just what? I hear that people just walk on the streets in like New York and they see Splinter. Just Splinter walking around. About to teach some turtles how to fight. I had cockroaches as pets that eat rotten wood. I know there's like the giant cockroaches, but they kind of look rounder and they're kind of cuter. Some cities have rats the size of house cats. That's so scary. That's so scary. Rats are smart pets. Yeah, supposedly they act a lot like dogs. I've heard them described as puppies with smaller bladders. I'm indifferent to rodents. I've seen mice. Mice look cute too. What's a cool pet to have? Rats eat smaller rats? That's just common for rodents. Like, most rodents will eat smaller things of their kind. Most rodents eat their own poop. And most rodents will eat their babies. Mice look cute, but they're the vicious and dirty ones. It's always the small ones. It's the small ones you gotta worry about. Yeah. I think the only rodent that I like are capybaras, but that's because they're chill. That's more for the memes, right? With them hanging out with alligators and everyone. I feel like if I saw like a actual capybara, I wouldn't think it's super cute. Small rodents don't live long, unfortunately. Can't imagine changing pets so often. But also small rodents, you can't neuter them. So you basically, it's like a Tamagotchi. You're just like their god. And you watch over generations of their families. Also plays with wild house cats. I can't say that I've ever met a wild house cat. Capybaras are so cute. They look dumb, which is cute. I like hamsters as well, but I hear hamsters are also really smart. Didn't know rats had such short lifespans, only 2 to 3 years. Most small animals have really short lifespans. It's the circle of life. No wonder they reproduce so fast. Yeah. That's just an animal thing. Can't they just they can get pregnant at the same time? Like, that might be cats. Twice at the same time? Well, house cats don't meow. Oh, right, yeah. Isn't it a thing that cats learn how to meow to talk to humans? And they eat the old wounded kind? They adapted, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, don't they look really scrunkly too? Fun fact, there's a city in my country that try to have local currency with the image of coffee bars on it. That's so cute! House cats, at least the ones that you don't let outside, never really outgrow their kitten face. Which is the best! That is babies! Eternal little babies! I saw cats can also mimic bird calls and squirrel sounds. Oh, cats make that little like trilling noise, and supposedly, well, it sounds cute, but it's supposed to be the sound they make to pretend that they're killing the animal. They're manifesting it. Kitchen to my house. Huh? Eh? See the videos of cats trying their best to talk and sound like cooing babies as a result. All the cat memes! All the cat memes! Yeah! Have you seen the videos where the cats sound like they're like actually saying like English words? Cats that meow and it sounds like hello. Or the cats that have like super low voices and it's kind of funny. Man kittens, very loud big cats. Oh, isn't that very common for Maine Coons? Aren't Maine Coons very loud cats? Oh, then there's like the meme that orange cats are crazy. All the cat videos. Too much cat memes, I don't even know which. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Did they all have names? How do you know which one you want to refer to? Oh, what's the really common one at the moment? The meow. Wait. Meow. The sad one. Oh, my favorite cat meme is the one with the cat. Just sits there looking at the plate. The salad plate cat. Salad plate cat. Great. Best cat meme. Best cat meme. Orange cats are so cute. Yeah. I wonder if at some point in the future cats and dogs might actually adapt and learn to talk. Have you watched all the ones where like they have those like pet talk, smart pet buttons? Those are kind of scary. The main one that started the big trend, Bunny, the dog, she had to take a break from social media because the dog had to be put on like anxiety medicine or something. And everyone was like joking about it because the last thing she said was very existential. And people were like, oh no, did we teach this dog too much and put it into an existential crisis? Yeah, there's a lot of them, cats and dogs that use the buttons. And I think there's still like a lot of debates whether it's like a real thing or whether they're just associating words as different. Different stuff. And then, you know, you just interpret it how you want to interpret it. The banana one is good too. Or the apple cat, I like the one in the apple. Plink on, bubble, walk on, sour one. I assume cats can too. Cats can also track things across video feeds. What? Have you seen the iPad cats and dogs? The ones that play games on their iPad and yell at their owners if they don't have it on. I know it's really bad, but I think that's super cute as well. Oh, look at this little dog. It's a little gamer. Cute orange man kitten. He's sleeping or wheezing on my feet right now. Little kitten. Little baby. Wouldn't put much trust into the whole translating animal search thing. It was such a scam. People used to try and release a bunch of like apps to do it right. It was when talking animal movies are really popular, like Dr. Dolittle and the Cats vs. Dogs series. Like, which was a mistake. How else are we gonna communicate? More likely they are associating the buttons as treats. True. I was thinking of the one great cat that looks like it's screaming with big... Ah! Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Tracked a rat across security feeds and then went right to where it stopped. No way, that's crazy. Wait, I haven't heard of that one. What? So that means they have like memories of like locations and associate pictures? I always get curious if like pets could tell like it's them in their reflections, which I think they can, right? Wasn't it proven that they can? Because then on the other hand, you have birds who just fly through glass. Understandable. I have walked into a lot of glass stores. I've seen the cat that plays on the iPad. Isn't it cute? Crying was evil and insane. Screaming cat. I got scans on my cousin that convinced me that she could talk to cats and dogs to little children. I mean, there's the famous people, right? Caesar, Milan, who's the dog whisperer, and then there's that guy. I think his name's Jason, who's like the cat whisperer, but they're just really good at like animal body language, and like animal training. 15 animals? That's crazy. As much as I like animals, I also get worried about responsibility. Like I was pet sitting one time, and the animal looked kind of dead, or it slept in really weird positions, so much that once in a while I would go down to check on it, and then start panicking because I think it like kicked the bucket. So I would like listen to it breathe. It's like, is it breathing? Is it alive? And then even if it was just sleeping, I'd like shake it a little bit. I'm like, Blink, talk to me, buddy, talk to me. What's anxiety around them, having them around my PC? But isn't your PC in a case anyway, so it's fine. You just have to worry about the fur, but you're supposed to clean up the fans, filters. Is it every 2 years? Once a year? How many times do we have to clean filters? How long have I had my computer? Yes. Get that dust out of your PCs. I better not see a speck of dust on those filters. Too many things that could be knocked out and broken. Understandable. Some animals do sleep so hard it's almost like they're dead. Right, yeah. Depends on your environment. Understandable. How do we end up talking about animals? What? Do be crazy sometimes. Yeah. Pets! Wow! Well, let's move on to the last final story, which I think fits in 3 very easily. I've told this story, so you guys already know. Some of you already know it. I do like cats. I like cats more than dogs. Gotta teach them where it's not appropriate to go wild. I'm just bad at setting rules and keeping to them. Like, training animals seems like something I'd be really bad at. Recyclement yeah, right? Weird. Anyway, the final story. I don't even know how to title this one. We'll just call it Stairs. This one's pretty chill. So the stairs story. This was also when I was at school. It was totally my fault because I'm pretty sure I was reading while going downstairs. In my defense, my hand was on the rail, but I still tripped and fell. But I landed face first and got caught by a senpai. At school, like an older student in school, but I like face planted right in her boobs, and she was well endowed, I will say. Yeah. Wait, I can't remember. No, maybe I was eating an ice cream. Was I distracted? No, the book was a different incident when I fell down the stairs. Yeah, I think I was eating an ice cream. And I dropped it. It was gone. And here I was talking to a senpai. Very awkwardly. Anyway, she was fussing and really worried about me. Built-in cushion. No, this is true. This is embarrassing. It's true. Yeah. And then she took oh yeah. So I was embarrassed, and then when I get really embarrassed, I get really red, and then I start like tearing up a little bit. Yeah, I've told this story before. Yeah. But she thought I was crying over the ice cream that I dropped. And she also felt bad. I don't know why she felt bad, but she felt bad for me. And so she took me to like the cafeteria, bought me a new ice cream. There you go. The end. That's the story. Not much else to it. It was just very awkward, you know? Because she stayed with me and comforted me while I was eating the ice cream, which made it worse because I was still embarrassed. And she was just like, it's okay, everyone falls. And I was just like, no! You're making it worse! Please just forget this whole thing. So, yeah. I think a lot of when, like, people fall in front of me, I always panic. Because I don't know if I should ignore them to save their own pride, or if I should ask them for help. Because for me, there's always different scenarios where, like, I prefer if everyone just, like, pretended they didn't see it. Right? But there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, they're so nice helping me. You could ask, don't rush and help. Yeah, you have to act cool. You have to be very nonchalant once you see someone hurt themselves and you go like, hey, do you need any help? No? Just keep walking. Don't look back. Because that's embarrassing. Yeah. That's that story. I'm trying to remember the time I fell down the stairs while I was reading a book. I think that one just had like a much sadder ending. I'm pretty sure it was a shorter stairwell and I just ended up dropping the book and ripping it a little bit, and it was a library book. So I was really scared of the librarian when I went to return it. Kinda like number 4, recycle is 3. Okay. We'll call this... yeah, stairs. There we go. And those are the top 5 weirdest, dumbest stories of weird injuries I had. Yay! Hope you got to know me better, Ryumies. I feel like the word of the story is I make bad decisions and I'm clumsy. Also, no matter what, use the rails for the stairwell. The red light is worse, but that one I didn't get injured by. That was just a series of unfortunate events. I have to consult the word of the ones I missed. Crossing over decisions. But it's okay! Now I've learned from them. I've gained life skills from them, you know? Which is important. Everything is a learning experience. Accident prone, can I just say it's unlucky? Yeah, it's just unluckiness. Not my fault at all. Yeah. You're lucky you're cute. What does that mean? I feel like most of it was luckily I have friends to help me out and rescue me. The senpai was super nice, and my friend who rescued me from the bin was super nice as well. Yeah. I used to put my foot in the bicycle spokes to get injured and skip schools. No way! Like on purpose? That hurt so much. What? Just to skip school? I was late so often to school that the administration office thought that their machine glitched, and so they wiped it. I was so surprised when I got like a 0 for like lateness on my report at the end of the year. I'm like, perfect attendance. Yay. Everyone has lapses in judgments. That's the lesson, yes. Lapses in judgments. Thank you for listening to my dumb stories and making me feel better. I'm still really glad that someone else has hit themselves in the face with a rake before. And maybe make my clothes dirty by Fakeful and go back home. Oh, one time I spilled some acid on my uniform and it kind of like made an awkward patch, you know? Because, you know, I was sitting down when I spilled it. It's like when you get like, you wash your hands at the sink and it's like, it drips and it leaves a very awkward puddle. So, I may or may not have contemplated spilling more acid on, so it would just be less suspicious. I don't know. It's overthinking things. It's like when you sit in a chair and it makes like a weird fart sound and then you panic that people will think that you farted. So then you just like wobble around in the chair a little bit so it makes more. So you'll be like, aha, see, it's the chair. It's the chair. Needs a little oil. I'm so awkward. Yeah. My reputation is important to me. Yeah. Good night, Draco. Good night. Sleep well. Yeah, those are the stories. It would probably answer it too. Why do you Cassie have acid? Oh, it's during a science experiment during class. It was a really light acid. That's why you only like it's like bleach, right? It just takes the color out of your clothing. Go eat. Eepy time. Yeah. Okay. Well, this was fun. We don't usually have school labs here. Oh, really? Do you do school experiments still, right? With like Bunsen burners? What other experiments are there? Let's see. No. Today is super nice, but tomorrow I have a meeting. Good luck on your meeting, Chapel! Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be comfy, so it's okay. Focus on your meeting. Good luck. Usually they have strong acids in the school. Kids are dumb. The worst you could get is some skin irritation. From what I know, they buy stronger acids, but they keep it in like a really safe area. And then they dilute it to the... I forget the science term for it, but like basically the concentration that you need for that specific experiment. And that you only get the stronger stuff once you are older and you actually choose science as like your main source of study. What's it? Your like elective. That's what you call it. Yeah. Wait, I need a cool ending mint. Yes. Thanks everyone for coming and listening to me rabble about all these old stories. I hope you learned from them. Cause I have. That was past Lillian. I'm smarter now. Yeah. Well, not trust a child to acid myself included. Yeah, I feel like that's a wise decision. Like the ones we all make. Yeah. we're going to raid into Amora, who was playing Persona. Many life lessons were learned, yes. Made wisdom, exactly. Love of my weird accidents. That's what the pit. Well, yeah. That's what the past is for, after all. Yeah, this is not a YouTube stream for this week, so I'll see you guys on Twitch then. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye bye. Yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye.